Salutations, we're back with another video with the C5, and I'll try to get some driving in it if I can, but this is really going to be a maintenance video, mainly how to do the brakes. So I'm going to be taking off my rotors to get them resurfaced, which I don't know if I need, but I might as well, I suppose. And then doing the brake pads, which I've never done before on the C5 or in any car in general. So we out here in my garage. I might not have knowledge, but I do have tools and stuff. So I'm gonna be showing y'all the best way to do this in like a small space, and hopefully stuff doesn't go wrong. But if it does, at least my car will already be in the garage. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing I've done, as you can see here, is bring over a seating apparatus and clear a little space here. So the next thing I'm gonna do is whip out the little puck that you need to jack up the Corvette and jack up this side of the car, put a jack stand on it, and then do the same for the other side. So yeah, that's where we're at. So there you go, pad is in place. Unfortunately my jack doesn't get taken on many walks these days, but I'll give it what I can. Jacking is about to happen. That's definitely good enough. I figured since you couldn't see before, this will give you a better view of what I'm doing down there. Okay, so this really does not need to be very high. So, I got this under here. Time to lower it down. Okay, it's resting on that bad boy. I'm gonna make sure that's safe, so I'm just gonna like... Okay, that ain't going nowhere, luckily. Alright, so now that I've sat here, I'm gonna take off the wheel. Now I'll admit, I don't have the ideal... Oh, brother. That was a slight oversight, huh? Alright. I guess I'll have to lower the car back down, at least one side at a time. Okay, so now that it's on the ground actually, let a lefty-loosey these guys. Okay, so there you go. These are loose. Okay, so I'm finally back here, and what we're gonna be doing now is taking off the rest of this guy. And there's 5. And this thing actually has studs, unlike my Beamer, so it's actually easy to remove now. You can see still some decent tread on it for me driving it hard. So I'm gonna move this out of the way real quick. So what we're gonna do now is see what we got going on in here. This turns, nice. And you can see this is also not stuck, so that's 2 good signs right there. So one thing, I'm gonna need 15 millimeter and an 18, I believe. Let me bring this in here. Flip it around RQ. All right, hopefully you can see that a little bit better. But yeah, so you can see this is moving a little bit, so it's gonna come off pretty easily, hopefully. So now I just gotta remove this caliper. And the way I'm gonna do that is by this 15 millimeter up here, and there's another one back here, and there's an 18 millimeter right here that you can hold if it starts turning. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can grab a socket for this bad boy and let you know how it goes. So when this comes off, you're gonna need to hang it on something. I'm gonna try to just put it on here. But if not, I'm gonna need some sort of clip or something so that it doesn't hang on this brake line. But yeah, I do not want to have anything bleed into the brake line because having to bleed it is gonna be a huge hassle, and I'm not trying to do that. All right, I'm gonna try to keep my leg out of the way of this, but as you can see, this 18 millimeter fits on this, and this 15 millimeter fits on that. Well, honestly, it could fit a little bit better, but these are Walmart tools, so it be like that sometimes. So I might have to just deal with that. I'm gonna try not to round it off. But that was actually very loose. Not very loose, but not hard. So now I'm gonna counter hold it and take this off. Okay, so you can see this thing came off. I'm gonna find a good safe place for this over by the other side here. And you can see this is already loose a little bit. And so there's one more. But one thing I'm gonna do before I take the other thing off that I forgot to say is that, so this is an experiment I'm gonna do. I have this little clip thing, and it'll tell you how thick the rotor is, and if it's above or below the minimum thing. The only downside for this maneuver is that for this one that I bought, you can see it's like flat on the inside rather than like a C like that. And so because of that, when you put it here, it won't just grab on like that, but it'll be like that. And so this outside lip is gonna catch on it probably and make the thing not as accurate, but let me try anyway. So let's say like right here. Pretty sure you can tell what I'm talking about now. If I press this in all the way, it's 1.26, 1.25 if I press it really hard. I'm pretty sure that this is still a resurfaceable rotor, and that this doesn't need to be replaced. So honestly, I could just do an old brake pad swap. Yeah, I don't know if I need to resurface them or not. I might just cop the pads, TBH honest. Okay, we're back. So I kind of took a field trip here because I realized I didn't actually have the brake pads. But yeah, I got this kind of like not super amazing brake pad. I mean, they're just like probably decent, like OEM, but there's a couple upsides and reasons. One is that these things have a warranty, so basically if you're familiar with like FCP Euro, once you buy them once, you basically never have to buy them again. And you can do that with oil from FCP Euro too. Just like buy it and then keep bringing it back, like give them the old one and you have unlimited oil for life. So fun fact, stuff with warranties like this are very useful because you basically just have to buy them once. Now, I don't know if I will be using them because at some point I'll probably upgrade these to semi-metallics, but for now, since I don't drive this car specifically as hard, braking wise at least, I'm just gonna put these ceramic brake pads on here and I'll just press. For my old ceramic brake pads, which I think that's what they were, I never had issues with them overheating because I never pushed them too hard. Like I don't use brakes that hard, even when I'm driving pretty hard on the street. It's just like a couple hard brakes here and there, so I think it should be all right. But anyway, now that I actually have the pads, you can see them here. This is the back, and this is the friction material. It looks pretty tasty. And so I don't know if I need to bed them, but basically just like brake really hard. So anyway, one thing I also got was this compressing thing. It's actually brand new, and it's to press the brake pads back in, press those back in. So I'm gonna, the pistons, that's what I mean. And so to do that, I'm gonna open the hood, and then I will open the brake thing, the brake reservoir, so that it can actually move back without just creating pressure. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I'm gonna start working now and move out of the way a little bit. So this one is already removed and sat down over here somewhere. Well, actually, there you go. It looks like this just comes off like this. Did I just download a new way to do this? I don't know if you can see right here, but it literally just like came off. Now it's not going back on very easily, but I wonder if I just compress it now, if I can just swap it like that, that'd be really easy. It's actually not too used brake pad. Let's compare the new one to the old one. So yeah, it's thinner. But, I mean, I don't know, I've never done brakes before, but they don't look that bad to me. So I just unlocked this new technique. I'm just gonna go like that and make it a little bit easier. I got them both in full penetration. So then I'm gonna put this brake pad down. Well, I'll put the old brake pad down. Then, if you can see, I'm gonna press this like that, and then slowly start rotadoing tomatoing. Or not, I guess it was 13. What the heck? It's not the right size for 13. So if you can see what I'm doing here, I am turning this thing so that it compresses back in. I really hope I didn't break something. I see stuff dripping on the ground, which could be a bad sign. You can see this is like overflowing and spilling on the ground now because I'm pressing it in, so that's increasing the pressure on the top. So at least it's not needing to be bled all over again. That's what I really did not want to happen. And so this is the old clip right here, it just came off. And so I'm gonna try to match this with the new one and just press it back into place. Okay, so I've teleported back with this brake lubricant. And so I'm gonna be putting it on all the parts that the brakes touch that's not the rotor. So I'll put it on like the top and the bottom of the clip here, and then also on the back of the brake pad. And I think that should be good. And I also figured out, and I might have said this before but I don't remember, that if the pad has the squealer clip or whatever, this thing, it goes on the inside, meaning whoever did my brakes last did them wrong. So yeah, I will be putting the squealer clip on the inside, so that's how I know which one's which. And yeah, there we are, so that's the old one. And so both clips are in on this side. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it rocking. I'm just gonna put it on my fingy a little bit because I am wearing gloves for once. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a small amount here and put it on my fingers. And this is the outside pad, as you can see. And so it's gonna go, hold on, like that. So I'm gonna put grease on this thing using multiple fingers here. So grease along this thing, and then I'm also gonna put a little bit on this thing, as you can see, and I will put some on the back as well. And so now, yeah, on the back of this and on this, I got grease going on, so hopefully that'll come out easily. And the clips will also hopefully come out easily, so I am just going to put this in. And so it goes in like that, and then it should just go in here, right? Oh, there you go. Okay, so that seems pretty good to me. And so now, yeah, check that out. Just like that, I think the brakes on this side have been replaced properly. So I'm actually knowing what I'm doing, kinda. There you go. Now next would be to find the missing screws, which is gonna be the hardest part. Oh, here you go. So I'm gonna take this guy, put it back in. And since I don't know the torque spec, I'm gonna give it like a couple ooga boogas. I'll just go like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And now this thing is moving back and forth a little bit, which seems kind of sus. But I guess that's just how it be. Okay, so just to confirm, when I went in here, that this is now locked, is that when I, oops, don't want grease on that, but I went into the car and I pressed the brake pad, or the pedal all the way down, and now it's not moving anymore, so I think we should be good there. And so now I'm going to do the other front, and then I will do the backs. But I'm not going to show you the other front, I'll just do the other back. Okay, so we're on the back now, and I've taken the liberty to jack the car up already because we already know how to do that. And I also turned off the parking brake and stuff, but so it'll move a little bit, but I guess it's got an LSD, so it's not gonna let me do it, rotate it freely, but that should be good enough. So now I'm gonna try just the usual stuff of taking this off, and hopefully it just turns out like the other one. I don't have to take it off completely, and then we'll do the rear pads real quick. Okay, so I brought the same tools over from before, and so I'm gonna start with this 18, which looks like that fit. And I'm gonna unscrew this guy in the back here. Okay, now it's actually finger tight. And so I'm gonna take out this bolt and put it here so I don't forgore. And then now, let's see, so this thing does come off, but not enough. Yeah, not enough. So I'm gonna have to remove the bottom one too, it seems, unfortunately. It's the same thing. And then now I can remove this. There you go. And I'm actually just going to put it up here, and hopefully that doesn't fall. Now from here, I can take out these old pads. They look pretty cooked. Well, not even to me, honestly. I feel like they could go for a little longer, but this is one thing that I shouldn't be pushing. But at the very least, they look even and not too much weird stuff going on them. Oh, the inside one is completely cooked. Okay, yeah, can you see that? It is very, very thin. So yeah, rears looks like, honestly, almost like the rears hadn't been replaced the last time. They got replaced, or like the inside at least. Okay, so I'm gonna take this clip off. Oh, don't wanna get my head in the way. Let me take this clip off. We're getting pretty quick with this. And now, hey, this one came with brake lubricant. Got me. I did not have to buy that. Okay, so I'm gonna take these clips out. I will also check the thickness of the rotor, actually. It's above spec. It's like, if I had to make it not in spec, I'd have to press it in like a noticeable amount, and there's no way that that's what's the case. So we're good on the back here. I'm gonna take some more lube out. A bunch of it here. And I'm gonna put some on the corners here, and then also here, and then also all over the back. And then all along this thing, and all along this thing. Okay, so we can see the curvature goes this way, so it's gonna go like that. The back one's always the hardest one. This is the hardest part of the whole job, honestly. Oh, that's it. That's it. Too easy. Okay, so nice. Back went down pretty well. And so now I'll do the same grease maneuver with the new one. Here, let me bring the screen around so I can see what y'all are seeing. But yeah, that's the other one. Rub that bad boy in so it comes out easy next time. Here we go. It's simple as that. So that was actually very not hard, luckily. Okay, so I also want to put some on this guy because I accidentally let it fall to the ground, so I'm going to grab a paper towel. Maybe I should put a little more, but I think it'll be 8. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the actual caliper back on. But first we gotta press it though. So I got the presser here somewhere. It's working pretty good so far. Hopefully it doesn't start spilling up front again. It's actually not that hard to turn this thing. Now I'm gonna unscrew this. Take away the old brake pad. Bring my boy caliper in here. And slowly do this to him. Is that upside down? No. Okay, and just like that, we're able to get the top one in. Then I'm going to put the bottom one back in. Yeah, one little ooga should do. It was really not that tight when I took it off. Ouch. It's honestly more tight now than it was when I took it off. You can see this is tight. So honestly, I don't need to test out with the brake pedal. I know it's gonna work. So I'm just gonna move the stuff out of my space and put this wheel back on. But yeah, I think that's honestly, oops. But yeah, honestly, I think that's good for now. I mean, we got plenty done. I got the entire wall dirty. I don't know if you can see that or not, but basically I guess this was kind of a how-to, but more like me struggling my way through it if I don't know how to do it. So you might run into some issues other than that. I don't know. So there's some shortcuts, like for the front, I could just have it hinge off rather than taking it completely off. And for the back, I couldn't do that. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. Pretty easy job, honestly. I had like barely any tools and I was able to do it. I just got to go out, and I wish I got better brake pads, but my car's been squealing for a while now, so I just got an unlimited supply of Duralast, but next time I replace them, I'll probably use something a little bit better. But I got the Blackwing for that, so we're gonna have to do the brakes on that car too, so I'm gonna have to make another video for that one. That one I will use fancy pads though. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed all of this here, and you can now change the brake pads on your C5 with ease. I know there's other videos online about it, but this is me doing it for the first time and just figuring it out, so there you go. Hopefully you had a good experience, and I'll see y'all in the next one.